Into the sky we soar. Every day, aviator, let me show you more.
From Takeoff to sun, hear those engines roar. Feel those rush, I'm the naked door. Love so hard, and just like a rain. Take me deep with the mission of me.
Every day, aviator, conquering the skies. After burning dreams in those spider jets we fly. Every day, aviator, reaching new heights. Soaring through the clouds on the starlit nights. Fasten your seatbelts, hold on tight. We'll chase the sun, break through the night.
From the hangar to the open blue, aim for twist and turn, I'll guide you through. Throttle up the ride, embrace the thrill. Every day, there's a skill and will.
Every day, aviator, conquering the skies. After burner dreams in those fighter jets we fly. Every day, aviator, reaching new heights. Soaring through the clouds on the starlit nights. We live for the roar, we die for the speed. In this endless chase, it's adventure we need. Through floods over oceans, every path we lead. Every day, aviator, we were born to exceed. Every day, aviator, conquering the skies. After burner dreams in those fighter jets we fly. Every day, aviator, reaching new heights. Soaring through the clouds on the starlit nights.
Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the video that will be covering the long-awaited for Mach Studios B-2 Spirit Stealth Bomber. It is the second B-2 Spirit that Microsoft Flight currently has, and I doubt it'll get a second one, or a third one right now. Any Builds did another one, Kiwiki, or I don't know how to pronounce that other one, Kiwi, something like that. Made the first B2. I do have it. I have a video on it. Figured I would make a video on this one and talk about what the differences is between them. So we are currently sitting at Whiteman Air Force Base and currently in a hangar. As you can tell, it's pretty obvious that I'm in a hangar here. And let's hop right into the cockpit and let's get to looking at some things. So within the cockpit, there's a few things you'll notice quite differently if you own the other B-2 bomber. I will say I do prefer this one over the other one. This one is a little bit more on the price tag, but it is more to your modern style B2. Its functionalities work a little better, I believe, more like the real one actually does. Of course, we don't know everything about the actual B-2 bombers because some of that is still confidential or classified. So they've added everything in that they can get their hands on, and they worked with real B-2 pilots and mechanics and stuff like that to try to make everything function as it does in real life. So, first off, I'm going to talk about this scenery real quick. So if you do own this aircraft, on their Discord channel, Mach Studios Discord channel, you will see that there is a scenery package for the B2 that you can get on there. So I recommend you do grab that. It's free. Might as well. And it adds in more detail to this airport. It's pretty cool. It's got automated hangars and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Definitely worth it. There's also the weapons mod on there as well you can grab so you can add in your payload. So let's start working on getting this bird warmed up and ready to roll. Let's go ahead and turn on the batteries, which is over here on the left. You're going to get these cautions and warnings. You can go ahead and turn them off by resetting them. And you'll see now the doors are opening. The battery switch is what controls that. Over here, your EFB, let's turn it on. We've got a few different things here. On the main page here that'll pop up, you can get an air cart, fire extinguisher, munitions, ground tug, munitions cart, scaffolds, ground power unit. So you'll be able to see all that if you click it on, and I will do that now. Because now that the doors are on and stuff like that, here in a minute I will go over some of the exterior noticeable differences between this one and the other one. And you can turn your weapons on right here. You got your remove before flight tags, wheel chocks, stuff like that. Air crew, if you want to see, you can turn them on and you'll see like yourself sitting here and then these guys. And then on the map menu, this is pretty obvious. And this is INOP. Don't know what they plan on adding here. Not quite sure. You can flip this switch. Nope, not that one. This one, and turns to this little extra map. You can also do autopilot or set up flight plans in here as well. So yes, starting it up. Batteries on, external power switch if available. Go ahead and flip your generators up there. Really don't have to worry about anything else over here. There is a pretty good in-depth guide on the download, the manual and stuff like that. You can condition your batteries, stuff like that. Just to the right of it, here's our landing light, taxi light, anti-skid. We'll go ahead and turn that on. Moving on over to the center here, we have our bleed air valves. We'll go ahead and turn all 4 of them on for the engines. Go ahead and turn on the cabin pack and your PDOT heat. And right here it's your fuel pumps and all that stuff. So just go ahead and grab these knobs and pull these over. These are just basically like your shut-off valves and whatnot. And then you've got 6 little buttons here to push for the actual pumps itself. And there you go. Fuel is good to go. Right up above that, your aerial refuel and your dump. If you need to dump fuel, it does work. You don't see anything, but it does work. And to the right of this computer here is the power button for it, and you've got 5 different pages here. Info, and oh yeah, this is a interactive, or somewhat interactive, I think. Yeah, you can't actually click on them or anything, but this is a checkoff page. That's the main one. I'll leave it on. That's for your engines. So going up to the overhead here, it's not that big. Your anti-collision lights, you can turn on either just, you can kind of see it's got lower or both. You can turn them to whichever way you want. And your regular lights and position lights, whether you want them to flash or steady. And now, alright, so let's get it pulled out here. We want to go forward. And that's good. Alright, so now that we're outside here, let's go ahead and get the APUs running just so we don't run out of juice. So on the overhead panel, you'll see left APU, start, stop. Same for the right side. You simply just hit start. And if you come outside here, you can see the doors lift up and the smoke and exhaust and whatnot is coming out. Pretty cool how they modeled that in. That is something the other one does not have. Okay, that is started. We're good there now. So, to put startup on hold for just a moment, I'm going to throw all this back up on here real quick. And really don't need a ground card because APU is running, but I'm just going to put it there for so you can see the statics. Over here on the APU, or not APU, the FMC, there's a weapon button here. Press it, and that's how you open the doors. You just hit open, and you can see them opening. Like so. Alright, so let's hit this up. So here's some of the static displays you can get. There's the scaffolding, the munitions loader back here, the fire extinguisher, air cart, and all that actually ain't showing, I guess, because I am running the aircraft. You can see your munitions up in here. Each side has its own. Very well modeled too, might I add. Everything's very well modeled in this one, which the other one was modeled pretty well too. The other B-2 that's out was modeled pretty well. Landing gear and all that look pretty good. This one has just a little more functionality and neat little quality of life things about it. Very well detailed with its markings, paint seems pretty well. All the liveries look really good. And something I want to point out, which the other B-2 has this as well, but it's done differently in this one. Your lights here, so technically the B-2 needs to be stealth at points, and in order to do that, it makes itself as small as possible on the radar reflecting capabilities. There's special terminology for that. I don't know it right offhand, I can't remember. But in the cockpit, there is this button that says pin, that stands for penetration. If you turn it on, those go in, and you will get, yeah, that can turn off. I know I'm on the ground doing it. It also turns off the radar when you do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue startup now. Go ahead and make our seats safe. Go ahead and turn off all this. Alright, and the FCS, that means your flight control services has an issue. So to fix that, all you have to do is, if you have a button map to fly-by-wire, go ahead and press it, and that will take care of it. So if you don't know what that button is, it should be the water rudder, I believe. Whatever the water rudder button you have assigned is going to be it. If you've never changed that, then it should be Control W. Left Control W, that is. So, alright, now that we're looking better there, everything is set, so we can start the engine. So you can hit auto, that starts them all at once. No big deal there if you just want to do it that way. If you want to do it one by one, which only takes like 2 seconds longer, you just click motor and click 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now they're going to all start cranking. Whoops. And this is your more detailed engine panel here. Got your fuel, how much you got on board. Oh yeah, this is like your hydraulic pressure here. Yeah, hydraulic pressure. And your control surfaces. And the electrical port. Alright, so they are all started. Once they're all started, you can turn off the APU. Turn them off. And we're going to go ahead and over here on the left side by your throttle. It says engine auxiliary doors. You want to put them to auto. So what that is these little doors that open up on the front and helps pull in more additional air while it's at a slower airspeed. I'm pretty sure that's what that is for. Seems like I've read that somewhere a while back that's what those are for. Because once you get up to a higher speed, it doesn't need it anymore because it's pulling in enough air through this way. Again, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I could be wrong. We can close our bomb bay doors. I should add as well, up here at the very top is the entry hatch, so you can open it up, which is how you would climb in it in real life. Of course, you wouldn't normally do this with the engine started, obviously. But there you go, you can see it animated there. Go ahead and get that closed. Alright, now that we are ready to taxi, let's turn our taxi light on. Let me get a map here for the airport because I don't know this airport very well at all. We got another B-2 person down here somewhere. Somebody's showing up on the map over here. I don't know. Let's see, winds are from 120 at 9, so almost from the south. It's almost a direct crosswind. We'll taxi to the north. Parking brakes off, applying some thrust here. Alright, we are holding short of the runway, so let's turn our landing lights on and our taxi lights off. The B-2 does not have any flaps, so there is not any need for a flap extension. I'm going to bump my trim nose up just a little bit. One thing you may notice, if you apply full throttle on takeoff, at your lower altitudes or in warmer weather, you will probably make your turbine blade temperatures go over 930 Celsius, which will give you a caution. And it'll pop up, say TBT 1, 2, 3, and 4, which just means each engine's blade's a little warm. Having it at those temperatures for a few moments ain't gonna hurt nothing. Obviously in real life you wouldn't want to leave it that way for a while. So you want to do like 85 to 90% thrust, just to keep it from overheating. You might can do 95 if you're a little higher altitude, cooler weather. Once you're up higher, you can apply full throttle if you need to for some reason. Of course, you wouldn't want to do that when you're in cruise, but for climbing phase, you can for a little bit if you need to, because it shouldn't overheat the blades. So let's take off. I believe everything is set. Altimeter, yep, we're good. Lights, camera, action. B-2 does not have afterburners, and that's because it needs to be stealth. Afterburners gives a huge heat map. Oh, I was over 920 Celsius. Correction on that temperature is 920 Celsius because I just went over a little bit. And I'm at 160. Right, landing gear up, landing light off. And you may notice that I did not do a flight plan of any sort. It's because I'm just free flying out for a little bit. I'm going to go over autopilot here in a moment. So the engine doors will retract at around 250. There it is. The sounds are very good for this aircraft as well. It is windy up here today. Oh yeah, I'm getting gusts going from 8 to 20. Yeah, it's bouncing all over the place with gusts. So for autopilot, if you have the F-22, it's very similar to that. Come down here to your button, hit the RNAV. That'll bring up your pilot or your autopilot. Let me go back here. So that's the master, nav source, lock, altitude, heading, approach speed. Kind of get the idea here. So what we're going to do is altitude lock of 12,000 feet. We're not going to go up high or altitude. We'll do a vertical speed lock. And come back to RNAV and turn on master. And it turned it off. So there we go. And it turned it back on there for a minute. And now what we're going to do is go to the heading hold. We're going to lock it in. It'll hold whatever direction you are. If you have buttons mapped to all this stuff, it works like that as well. You don't have to use that system right there, but some people might want to, for the added realism, of course. For instance, I am now moving the heading just by using the peripheral stuff I have. Down on your map, got your little arrows for your range. It does have the infrared, heads up display, or horizontal situation indicator. I mean, let's see. Nope, I don't want to do. I'm going to go back to the stats page. Weapons. This one's in op, but you can see everything else. Same as this one right here. All your different stuff. Most of it works. Some of it doesn't. And now you can see we're holding it 12,000 feet. Reduce my throttle some here just to not blast it with throttle there. I do like our air fresheners here. The B-2 freshener, black ice, does have a toilet back here, and it actually works, kind of. You can come back here and actually press the little button, somehow. I did it the other day. There it is. Thought that was kind of cool. As far as that's your hatch. I would not suggest clicking that while you're flying. It's a microwave over here. And you might notice that it actually, talking about the seats being armed and stuff like that, this is a bomber that actually you can eject out of in real life. I've tried it. They don't actually simulate it on here. Maybe that'd be something they could add in the future, because that'd be pretty cool. Because I've done that and it didn't do anything and whatnot, and tried to use the ejection, and it's not modeled in yet. That'd be cool though. So, just for fun, let's get some fuel. I definitely don't need it. I'm not really going to go over what I'm doing here, because I've already got a video on that. Just going to keep it easy, because I'm not trying to demonstrate that entirely. No, not that. So we're going to click over our aerial refill spot, and you can see it turns over, and that's where we will be connecting. So I've called the tanker in. Put on the brakes here for a minute. And that was part of the new update for the refueling for Airshow Assistant. My previous video actually did cover the Airshow Assistant refueling. It did not do that then, so that's the new buddy call in. So it'll come from the side, line up in front of you, just hold steady, and then it will reduce its speed to match what you selected it. The intercept when intercepts you, and the orbit when orbits. This might be kind of interesting on a kind of gusty day. It's not as bad up at 12,000 feet here. Alright, let's approach it nice and slow. And this is the third time I've refueled with it. This is only like the fourth time, maybe fifth time I've got to fly it. Been kind of busy, which is why I've not had this video up earlier. Connected, and I am taking on fuel. B-2 bomber has a range of, I think it's around 9 to 10,000 kilometers, or nautical miles. I'm pretty sure it actually was. And it's got a pretty good range, not quite as long as the B-52. B-52 beats it by about 10%. Alright, I'm going to intentionally break away from the connection and not let it fill me up all the way, because I do not need a full tank. Let's see, it is closing. I'm gonna start heading back for the airport now. I don't know why my lineup for my buttons has changed, as in the hit marker area for the buttons, whatever you want to call it. Some of them have to click off kind of to the side. It was not like that until more recent. Like in the last 3 or 4 months it changed. I don't know when it did and what caused it, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, we are coming up on the runway now. Very bumpy ride. Remember, again, there is no flaps for this aircraft, so it's landing gear only to get out.
Gear unsafe.
Alright, 3 green for the landing gear. I am just doing a visual approach because I did not type in any type of IFR or ILS landing. I'm coming in a little fast, but it's also because I'm still kind of heavy from the amount of fuel I have on board. I could dump some, but I didn't. I'm not that bad overweight. A little low. are. Nice rollout. And we're going to go ahead and get our taxi lights back on. Alright, here we are taxied, so we're going to do everything in somewhat reverse order. Never turn external power off. Alright, let's go ahead and get those out here. And I'm not going to turn the APUs on because I'm literally just going to shut it down right here. Lights off.
Caution, caution.
Open our doors here. I'm going to turn all them off. You can if you want. You don't even have to do any of this, really. And there it is. So this is my take on the new B-2. I do thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. If you enjoy your military aircrafts, I think you will definitely enjoy it. And if you're just a casual flyer that wants to try something new, I definitely recommend it. Especially with getting this scenery, kind of gives it a really cool touch. I'm obviously not parked in the right spot. That way you can kind of get another look at it overview wise from a good perspective and not in a tight hangar. For the most part, I've covered all your basics for it. If you have any further questions on it, of course, just throw it in the comments and I should be able to help you out. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new about it, and if you might want to pick it up or not. If you have any other ideas for videos you'd like to see in the future, do throw them out there and we'll make it happen. Please like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, and hope to catch you on some of the next few. I don't know what my next video will be of quite yet. There's a couple new videos or airplanes on the horizon that I might do something on. And we're not too far off from the Microsoft Flight 24 coming out, a couple months away. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and safe flying.